Hi everyone. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Um, Good evening, everyone. I'll be taking this short class on resume and LinkedIn optimization. What prompted me to take it was because I worked with someone who helped me to build up my LinkedIn and my resume. We actually did the work together because she was like, I had to be very much involved in the process. So that made me feel. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so that made me feel more confident with my LinkedIn and resume skills, and also I got um I got some I got some feedback from doing my resume the way she encouraged me to do it, and I got recruiters in my DMs. Literally, they messaged me like about 3 recruiters, but the jobs just didn't align with my schedule currently. Plus, I'm just trying to increase my skill on SQL and Power BI and all of those other things, and also get a certification. So yeah. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. Let me find where to do that. So just give me a minute. Sorry. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so the goal of this class is for us to be okay. Let me make a slideshow. Sorry, sticking. I don't know. My mouse is a mess. Trying to make it a slideshow, but I don't know what this thing is doing. Okay, I think it's loading. Okay, yeah, so the goal for the class is for us to be able to create a resume that would pass the ATS and the LinkedIn that attracts recruiters. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I think the first most important tool when we're trying to
It's what they're left with. It's the inside of the house.
oh sorry.
They're calling me.
Okay, I think someone is talking. Are you asking me a question? Yeah, so I was saying the first most important, oh my God, this thing is messing up. Oh my, sorry. I think I'll just do it like picking, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so yeah, so I'll just be picking my slides because I don't know how to deal with the slideshow thing. So yeah, I was saying that the goal is for us to be able to create a resume that will pass the ATS and a LinkedIn that attracts recruiters. So the first most important tool when we're creating an effective resume or a LinkedIn is the ChatGPT app. I think everybody knows that the app is now downloadable on your phone. Like there's an app that you can use on your phone for ChatGPT. So yeah, I think everyone should download that app because it's been really helpful with like helping me create my resume. Let me show you guys what my resume looks like so that you can see it. Okay, so this is my resume. This is the resume I created with the mentor that I'm working with. And I created a one-page resume because I haven't had so much of a job experience. So yeah, so that's why I have a one-page resume. Usually if you have like a 7-year experience, you would create a resume that has that you could create a one-page resume depending on if your experience is relevant to business analysis, or you could have a 2-page resume if you feel like there's not enough space for you to like fill out all your things. So yeah. So yeah, so tools that I use to create an effective resume on LinkedIn. I use ChatGPT. I use Canva for my banner on LinkedIn, and I use Google Docs because that's what or you could use Microsoft Word, but I prefer Google Docs. Then key elements of an effective resume. Basically, the first part is your contact information. So yeah, so let me open my resume. Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, could you mute yourself?
Perhaps you could mute
Okay,
them
I
as
don't
the
know.
host.
Oh, okay. So I guess I can do that. Thank you. I don't know if I found everyone that needs to mute. I think I did. Okay, so for my editing, I use and basically for a resume, especially based on like the explanation that the person I'm working with gave me. She was like, you have to keep it simple, especially for the tech industry. Like it's not wise to have all the fancy resumes with all the unnecessary details, really. And also, while trying to keep your resume under one, what do you call it, under one page, it's just advisable to keep it simple, although legible. So we started with the heading,
Okay,
which
guys,
was
I'm going upstairs. I'm trying to see if your time is up. Yeah, the time is okay. You can leave.
okay. Okay, so the first part is the heading, which consists of my name and business analyst, which is the role I'm seeking for. And then I have my information under here. You don't have to put your house address right here because it's not safe in the world we live in. But like here, I have my like area and the state I live in. Then I also linked my LinkedIn URL to this. Sorry, I've forgotten. I was trying to search before this meeting came up. I was trying to search how I did this linking of the URL of a thing. I've forgotten how I did it, but I could find a video and send it to you guys because I followed the video to link my LinkedIn URL. Like now, if I click on it, it takes me to my LinkedIn. So like if a recruiter has my resume with them and they click on my LinkedIn URL, it takes them directly to my LinkedIn. So they have more information in my LinkedIn because my LinkedIn is like an expanded version of my resume. So yeah. So and then so then there's the profile summary part or professional summary. You could use a professional summary or profile summary, which is just like explaining who you are, what you've done. You could say you're an experienced business analyst skilled in requirements gathering, data analysis, stakeholder management and project management, proficient in agile methodologies, facilitation and problem solving, dedicated to driving business success. basically you're just trying to sell yourself. Sometimes you can add the amount of experience that you have. You can say you have an experienced business analyst with 5 years, you can say a business analyst with 5 years experience or 3 years experience, or I don't think it's wise to say you're a business analyst with a year experience, because with the explanation that was given to me, like with the job market currently, it's not wise to say that you just have a year experience, and especially because you've had all this good experience from working with Hills and Tech. You shouldn't consider yourself having a year of experience, and also you've had previous experience with work. Even if you've not had previous experience with work, you've had experience in school. I should assume that most people went to high school and university, so you've had all that experience. You can do like the basic work. You can do like the basic work requirements. So really, you should just put in that you are an experienced business analyst. Usually, maybe three is good. 3 is like a bit entry level. 5 years like senior, like mid-level roles. Yeah. So then you're going to highlight your skills, and you're going to put in all the skills that we learned while we were doing our course. So some of it like requirements gathering, data analysis, business process, workflow modeling. You can even put it into ChatGPT, like professional skills for a business analyst. And it's probably going to give you, okay, so it's going to give you this kind of list, and you might not want something like that. So you could tell it to just shorten it. Me, I'm very direct and straight to the point with my ChatGPT. I don't usually overthink the prompts. So when I tell it to shorten it, it'll probably give me a list, or yeah, so it gives me a list, and then you can just, highlight your list, copy, and go back to your CV and paste it in here. But one thing you don't want to do is overcrowd your professionals, like this your skills area. You don't want to overcrowd it with too much skills. Just pick out I don't know the number here, but just pick out some good amount of skills, not 5, not 6, maybe like 10 or a bit more, and highlight it here. And also please refrain from putting in your soft skills in here, like communication skills. Absolutely not. Like they already know that you can communicate. As a BA, you're expected to be able to communicate with people. So it's important to just highlight the most important skills required for a BA that you have. You might not have them, you might be working on them, but you just put everything in here. And then also the technology tools that we used, plus the tools that you probably used previously at your previous work experience. Like we used Jira, Confluence. I've used Trello previously, personally, in my personal life. Micro MS Project, I've used it before. Miro, we used it during classes. Web design and prototyping, Figma, Just in Mind, and Canva. We used all that during class. And Adobe, we didn't use this during class, but if you know it, you can just put it in Slack, Lucy Chats, Microsoft Office Suite, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, all the tools that you use, just listed out here. And then we'll go on to the professional experience. Then you're going to list your professional experience that you've had previously. So one important experience to note is, like, some people might be like, oh, Hills and Tech was just a boot camp. No, it wasn't just a boot camp. Hills and Tech was a work experience, and it's still a work experience, because we are currently trying to, come for classes, help ourselves out with things. Soon we'll be working on projects. That's all work experience. So you're going to put, especially like for someone like me who's been a stay-at-home mom for a while now, I just have to put Hills and Tech as my most recent professional experience, because it is my recent professional experience, and it's supposed to, build me professionally, really. So here, this also can be created with ChatGPT. You can, okay, so let's go back to ChatGPT. So you can just put in a prompt to create bullet points for a business analyst role. In a resume. Sometimes you have to be specific with this tool because sometimes it can give you rubbish. But so here it gave some really good points. These are really good ones. Sometimes it might not give you as great of points because I've tried to use this app like severally for different reasons and in different ways. Sometimes it'll just give me some random points that are not fine-tuned. And like when you're writing your points, you have to make sure that you say what you did and what you achieved at the end of like while at work, because most recruiters want to see your achievements. So let's see. So here, like I said, proficiently analyzed requirements and conducted data exploration using Excel and Power BI, identifying areas for improvement and implementing solutions to streamline processes, boost customer satisfaction, and curtail operational costs by $4,500 per month. So this is me highlighting my my achievements while working. Also see there's this also, the $4,000 per month, which I'm highlighting my my achievements in terms of monetary value. Some achievements might not be monetary based, or the value might not be in monetary value, really. Like this one now, it says deliverables consistently met, surpass company policies, procedures and standards. I'm just saying that I was a really smart BA who always met deliverables, and I'm just trying to explain that I did a great job at the company I was working previously, basically. And basically, it doesn't have to be like all of your bullet points has to be like, what's the word? Having to like sorry, all your bullet points don't have to like have achievements, but the first, especially, this is the most important role that you've had so far. Your last role is always the most important role, and that's what they're going to focus on, because a recruiter is not going to sit down and be reading your resume. They're just going to look at it for a bit and move on to the next. So you have to make sure like this part shows your BA skills properly and proficiently, like what you're doing. And then also like so moving on to the next job I did. So I was a reader and test scorer. It was something I could do part-time with my kids. I have just in case nobody knows, I have 2 sets of twins, ages 3 and 5. So my life is chaotic. So when I had this job, I was just trying to find something I could do while I had my kids at home. And this was something I could do while I had my kids at home. So the actual job is a test scorer job, but I switched the title to be a reader. I was told I could even remove the reader, but me, I could be too much of a truth teller. So, and I could just put like test analyst, which they'll be wondering like, what's a test analyst? They're not sure if you're trying to say you were a quantitative analyst or something of that sort, but it's left for them to ask you during the interview, and it's left for you to respond to them in a way that will make them feel like you're hireable. So I put reader, test analyst here, and then here, most of what I did was scoring tests and things that has to do with tests, standardized tests. I still tried to put in, because I engaged with clients' notes, and I also engaged with like co-workers at work, and also like the business the user tech one. Yeah, I made sure to put remotes, because I don't want them asking me too much questions like, oh, why are you in the United States and you claim to work in Nigeria, all of those unimportant details. So I just put remote. When we get to the interview process, they can ask me questions and I would have good responses for them. So that they don't like blacklist my, like they don't throw away my resume before even meeting me to convince them. So yeah, I was saying with the data recognition company, yeah. So I put that I engage with clients, demonstrating excellent customer service while facilitating transition to new vendors, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I put that. And then also, this was like my actual job, reviewing AI scored standardized tests for accuracy and recommended optimization strategies. But I also added things that I did even while learning from Ills and Tech, because you want to demonstrate that you have enough experience. Because if I just put the business process analyst at Ills and Tech from January 2022 to present, that's less than a year of experience. And then I'm claiming that I have like 3 years of experience or more. I have to show that I have 3 years of experience. So I had to put in the things I did while schooling at Ills and Tech and while still working with Ills and Tech, and what's the English story? So, and I also like, broke it down for them so that they could understand how this relates to being a business analyst. So this collaborated with developers and QA to translate functional design into new features, improving the online testing platform performance and increasing adoption. Like, I'm not trying to stray too far from the work I did at Data Recognition Corp, but while also trying to stick to the role I'm looking for, which is a business analyst role. And then this was also a role I had in Nigeria. This was my husband's company, basically, and let's assume I worked there. So this is I also elaborated on this, and for resumes for people that are not just recent college graduates, it's always best to put your education, especially when applying in the United States, it's always best to put your education underneath, because if you put your education on up here, that's like, it's sounding like that's the only thing that you have, or that's like the main thing you have. And after school, you've had a lot of job experience. That's what you're trying to prove. So you put your education under here, and then under education, you can now have something for certifications. Let's say you have certifications like PMP, CMI, all the things, all the certifications, PSM and the likes. So you can now put your certifications under your education, just so they could see your certifications. And also, another place to put your certifications is right behind your name, because like when you have certifications and a level of schooling, it's always best to put it like right behind your name, because it's your achievements and it's something that you've done. So yeah, so that's what I did with my resume. And also, like, if you notice, you will notice that you see that my resume is expanded, and that was intentionally done so everything could fit in. You could go to the margin and then increase the margin as much as you need or as less as you need. You could increase the margin on this side or this other side here, and then you could also do it right here. You could take it up or take it down. So depends on what you want. Like, okay, so when I was creating this resume, my education was on another page. Just my education alone was on a different page. So I just had to like increase the margin lines so that everything could fit in properly and nicely. And yeah, so that's what I did while creating my resume. And basically that's what is all outlined in this PowerPoint. Just important minor details. So we'll be going on to the LinkedIn section. Okay, so I'm going to open my LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn, and I also did like a similar process creating my LinkedIn. I felt like having the resume helped me tailor my LinkedIn better, because before I had the resume, I've always tried to be on LinkedIn previously, and it never worked out. I'll try and come on LinkedIn, try to figure out creating the LinkedIn profile myself and trying to optimize it, but it was just never great, basically. So the first most important thing, please give me a minute. I want to make sure I'm following my notes because I made some notes. So and I'm not missing out anything, any important thing. Yeah. So the first most important thing in your LinkedIn is the background profile. So basically you're going to create your banner. I created my banner using Canva. This is my banner, and I want my banner to state that I'm a business analyst, so that when someone's looking for me, they're not just guessing like, what's this person doing? I know that they can just easily like go in to look at my page, but not everybody has the time to actually go in and look at my page. Like I said, like 3 recruiters found me, and I've barely done anything because I've not even started applying for jobs because I'm just so busy with like regular life and trying to like increase my skills in SQL and all those other important things. So I created this banner which states that I'm a business analyst, and I also did the same thing for Rosie. Let me show you Rosie's page. We did it together. Sorry, not that I did it. We did it together, and Rosie also got recruiters in our LinkedIn, in our inbox, trying to hire her, and she's even talking to a recruiter currently. Sorry, Rose. Yeah, Rosemary. So if you can see Rose's page, it's similar to like mine. She has the business analyst headline, which is very important. So like when they're looking for business analysts and your page pops up, they'll see that you are actually a business analyst and you're not something else, and they'll be intrigued. And also to making it clean and well done will make them intrigued to click on your page and be like and check your other details and see whether you're a right fit for them. So yeah. So yeah, so I created the heading using Canva. So let me just show you guys a quick how to do that. Like that. Excuse me, sorry, I'm just trying to get the banner, to search for the banner. Okay, so yeah, see, it was one of the last things I searched recently anyways. So you could just search for LinkedIn banner and a lot of banners will pop up, and then you pick whichever one that you feel aligns with what you're looking for and edit it and transfer it to your LinkedIn. And if you feel like, oh, you want a business analyst LinkedIn banner, I'm not sure if I could find one that day, but let's see. I don't really see any, but you can just put your business analyst thing words in there. Like this one's for a data analyst, and it could work as well. You could just change this to business analyst, put your picture if you want that, your name. Although the wordings are a bit too blurry, so you could make it bolder and all the other things. So yeah, that's it for that. Then I fleshed out my LinkedIn basically. I put in my name. That one is just basic details. If you have pronouns, you can add in your pronouns. Then the headline. the headline is super important. You have to state that you're a business analyst. I've seen different types of headline. Some people can put business analyst / then they can put like a tagline, like okay, yeah, I have a tagline. Yeah. Bridging the gap between numbers and human stories for impacts, and I don't even remember. It's not, yeah, you can, and then you can also find that in ChatGPT. Create a tagline for my LinkedIn headline. For my LinkedIn and headline for a business analyst. See, ChatGPT gave you a simple, nice tagline, stroke headline, transforming data into actionable insights. So this is, since you're not a data analyst, you might ask it to elaborate, or you could try and make it sound nicer, and it might give you some. You can regenerate, or it can even give you something better if you keep asking. And then also you can also put in your resume. You can copy your entire resume, the one that you created for a business analyst, and you can put it into ChatGPT and say, using this resume, create this for me. Like, it's going to create whatever you're asking for. Create a summary for me. All of the things that you need to create. Just ask it, and it's going to give it to you, and you put it back on your app. It makes life easier. So yeah, so I put in the my current position at Eels and Tech. You have to make sure that everything you're doing tallies, both your resume and your LinkedIn. They have to literally look alike. They have to be like twins of each other. They don't have to be like identical twins. They can be like fraternal twins, like slightly alike. You can have more elaboration on LinkedIn because you have more space. So you could do that. Then you can put in your education, the industry where you work, which for me, I think Eels and Tech is an educational industry, since we deal with the LMS system and the teaching business analysis and all the other courses. So that's the industry that they're in. Then you can put in your location, postal code, city, all of that stuff. Then also you can go to your contact information. And then, okay, so for your profile URL, you have to make sure your profile URL is exactly your name. Some people usually have it as numbers, but I was lucky enough to have it as just my name. There are videos on how to switch it from like random numbers to your name on YouTube, like 5-minute videos. And I put in my email address. I didn't put my phone number because of privacy. And I didn't put my address because of privacy. If you have a website, you can put your website right here. And if you have an instant messaging option, I don't know what that is. I never even clicked it. You can put it right there. So yeah, that's for that part. And then, yeah, so let's go to the open to work aspect. So let's see. So yeah, I feel like when you're searching for a job, while some people say that it's tacky to put that you're open to work, like to have the green banner, it's like there's lots of mixed reviews on that opinion. A lot of recruiters think it's good so they can know that you're looking for a job. While it's not, honestly, it's not really important. I think that you should actually turn it on. And then there's a way you can turn it on that nobody would even see the green banner on your page if you're conscious of that. So like for me now, I turned it on, but I didn't put it for everybody to see. I only put it for the recruiters to see, because for me, I'm a very private person, and I believe that like everybody doesn't need to know what I'm doing currently. Like if I want to share my success later on, yeah, that's fine. But right now when I'm searching for a job, I just feel like the recruiter seeing it is the most important. Everybody seeing it is not as important as the recruiter seeing it. But that's my opinion. Everybody else can, have their opinion, and somebody else can pick the open to work with the green banner and be fine with it. So that's it. But just so everyone knows that there's this one that nobody sees, in case you're thinking, oh, I don't want everybody to see my stuff and all of that. So and then you can also put like when you want to, how soon you can start working, the location where you want to work, employment type, if you want full-time, part-time, contract, internship, temporary. I don't know if you can click a lot of this. Oh, you can actually click a lot of it. So click on, depending on what you want. And yeah, so that's for that part, for the open to work. And then for next, just give me a minute. Okay, yeah, so we're going to the about section. Yeah, so yeah, it's right here. So basically, I asked ChatGPT to, although I think I created an about section for myself because I like to write anyway. So I think I created one and then I asked it to edit it professionally. But you could ask the ChatGPT to create a professional, what do we call it there? About section, yeah. So let me find that. Okay. Create an about section for my LinkedIn profile. Using my resume. So I think I already put in my resume previously, but I don't know if it goes back to what I put in previously. So I can come here and then copy my resume from profile summary all the way down. So come on, see. And then come on, paste it right here. Oh, see, it already knows. In fact, without putting in because I've previously put in a lot of business analyst things, the GPT already knows what I'm doing and who I am and what I want to do. So I didn't even need to tell it anything special, like just create an about section based on my resume, and it created something for a business analyst. And you could still put in your resume. And say, create an about section using this resume. So it's gonna create so it created another about section. Although this is a shorter one, you could ask it to elaborate. You can ask it to make it more professional. You can ask it to flesh it out. All of those things. So, and then you can just take it and copy it and put it in your LinkedIn. So, and then you can write what you want to write and tell it to edit it in a more professional way or for a BA and to give you a better output. So, and for my about section, I put in stuff about business analysts, and I also put in stuff that I'm passionate about because I want them to know me not just as a business analyst, and also like the things that are important to me. Although I'm not going to be sprinkling all of that all over my page just so I could keep it professional, but just a little bit. Like I'm deeply passionate about fostering mentorship, advocating for women's empowerment, protecting children's rights and social justice causes. And then also I added this this, what do we call it? I added this part, which is
like a call to action.
Yeah, like a call to action. Thank you so much. So I added this call to action so that even without thinking deeply, this could help like a recruiter to just like, oh, this is interesting. Let me just click on this person's page and and all of that stuff. Then the skills part. Honestly, this is my top skills. So I put my top skills. You can only add 5 top skills. So I put in my 5 top skills, which are Jira, agile project management, business case modeling, Confluence, software development lifecycle, just throwing out the big words. Just, it doesn't have to be exactly like this. It can be, when you're even trying to type in some of the keywords, it's going to be bringing them up. As you type in like B, U, it'll bring something up. And then if you think, oh, I like this, let me put it there. Okay, let me delete Confluence, for example, and type in, let's see. Even while I was typing C, it gives me a list of things that I can put in on my top skills. But me, I prefer to put in Confluence because it's something that I'm confident in. So that's why. And then for activities, I've just been talking, like I've been commenting on people's page. Not so much. That's what I've not even done it so much. 1 day, 1 month, 5 months ago. I've not really done so much with creating posts, but you can create posts if you want to, or if you feel like you're skilled in that area. But me, my time is limited, so I just try and, you know, put this in as much as I can. And then for the experience part, basically I carried my resume and I put it right here. That's what I did. And you can now make it more. You can even like carry your you can go to ChatGPT and you can ask it to, you can just click, since you've put in your resume right there, you can just click on, let's say I'm clicking on this business process analyst. You can copy it and you can ask ChatGPT, Control C. So you can ask ChatGPT to elaborate on it for your LinkedIn profile. This paragraph. So it could give you something better to write or something more. So see, it gives me more to write. If I feel like I want to make my LinkedIn seem very, you know, strong. So you could just, you know, copy all of this and, you know, come back to LinkedIn and you paste it. Right under your description. So that's where you're going to paste it. So yeah, so you're going to list your title, your type of employment, the company name. It's always best to pick the company name, the exact company name on LinkedIn, so that they will know that you're actually affiliated to the company name. Because sometimes you can type Eels and Tech and the logo is not going to come out. Because that's what I did previously. I put in Eels and Tech without the logo, and I didn't even think about it. And I put in that I work remotely, currently working in this role, how long you've been working. You can even put, I think Use and Tech allows us to put as far back as whenever we want. So do this one at your discretion, honestly. And then you can put in your description, your profile headline. Yes, and then you can also put in your skills. I think I put in 50 skills. There was a video I watched and it says you should utilize every single part of your skills, like flesh it out. Just keep typing. Let me delete documentation and type add skill. See, just keep typing. If you type D, it will bring out something. If you type P, maybe projects, something. I think it's not going to be able to do that because I used the 50 skills, everything. And I put in everything that we've done. We've done product requirements, smart sheets. We've not really done smart sheet, but my mentor said I should add smart sheets to some of the things I know, and I should also learn it, which I'm currently trying to do. Functional requirements, wireframing, software development lifecycle, technical understanding, requirements elicitation, ROI analysis, SWOT analysis, record analysis, prototyping, business process mapping. We've done everything except this one. But I think this one's, we have to go and learn it by ourselves. So or we're going to be learning it by ourselves. And it's not all companies that require Power BI or SQL, but because I've checked the companies in my area and I know most usually require it. That's why I'm like, okay, I should make it an added skill that I need to add to what I know. But honestly, you can find business analyst jobs that don't require Microsoft Power BI, Tableau, or SQL. So agile project management, all of the things, requirement analysis, Microsoft Excel, Jira, Confluence, market research, business analysis, just putting all the keywords so that like when the researchers are searching for you, you are most likely to fall into any keyword they maybe key in to search for you or to search for like someone that they want to hire. So that's it. Oh my goodness, sorry, I forgot the media part. That the media part you can put in like projects that you've worked on or mostly projects that you've worked on. So that's for experience. I put in all my experience and I elaborated on every single one of my experience. Like I didn't just leave it the way it was in my resume, which was a short form. I made it stronger and I added more skills. With every experience, you add skills. So you add all the skills that you, or as much as you want, that you want to put in there. And then this was a job that I did earlier on. And like, since it's not relevant, and since I have like a whole lot of things showing relevance to the career that I'm pursuing, since it's not relevant, I could leave it out or I could just add it in without adding too many things in there. So that's what I did with that one, with my experience part. So after experience, I put in my education. I don't think you should put in your high school education there, except if that's the only that's your last education. Then you can put in your high school education as the last one, because in America they don't really care if some people that only did high school do BA jobs and not professional jobs. So it's not really important like that. But if you know that you've had bachelor's, you've had MS, you've had PhD, please put in all your MS, PhD, bachelor, and all the things in there. But high school shouldn't be there, except that's your only, like your last experience that you've had, and flesh it out. And then also relevant courses, things you did in school that are relevant to what you're doing now. Some people might have even done business courses. You can add it in there because you know it's relevant to business analysis and some of the top 5 skills that you use while you were in school also as well. So yeah, so that's for that one. Let me go back. So, and then, yeah, so for skills, see, they said you've added the maximum number of skills. I already showed you guys that one. I put all the maximum amount of skills. And then endorsements. Endorsements are important. And also, that's why we have each other in this group, honestly. And also like from Ills and Tech, like our regular groups. It's important that we endorse each other because we know we all learned this thing together. So if you see your friend and she puts in maybe systems requirements, it's not bad if you decide to endorse her. In fact, I think also to build connections, you should follow people that, you know, your classmates, people that you are looking up to, people that are already in the BA industry and doing great. Just make sure you have like a bit of everybody in there. So that, you know, your connections, because they said the more connections you have, the more chances of you being seen by recruiters. So that's as well. So see, like Shukra endorsed me and we both did our business analyst course together. So that's a good one. Shukra really endorsed me a lot, and a lot of other people endorsed me. Rosie, I can't really remember everybody, but a lot of people endorse me for different things, and it's good. It just shows that this person knows what they are doing, and this other person is saying that this person knows what they're doing, like recommending that they know what they're doing. Also, recommendations, you can get recommendations from where's the recommendation part? Sorry. Okay, so you can get recommendations from like your tutors, from people that you've worked with, I'm not sure if you can get it from your classmates. Maybe you can't, Seth. So as much recommendations and endorsements that you can have, just keep piling it on. And then here you put in your language, speak English. I speak English and Yoruba, so that's what I put in. And then interests, I think this is things that I've liked, that maybe I've clicked the follow button or liked on it. That's what this is really. It's not something that you need to really worry about. And then my courses, things that I care about, I clicked on it and filled it up. That's what I did there. Then trying to see. Okay, so for the profile URL, I want to see if it's editable, so I can show you guys. Oh yeah, see, it's editable. So I think you can just, let me see. Uh-oh, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh. Okay. Yes, see. You can just, put it as, it's more proper to just use your name. My name is Teniola Didoko, and that's it. No extras. So it's easy for you to be found also. So I'm trying to see if there's nothing else I've not touched on. Skill and endorsement and so something that was mentioned to me also is that I should be the way, like the person, because I was complaining that I don't post often, and my mentor was like, it's not really a problem that I don't post often, but what could be a problem is when I'm constantly reposting other people. I could start to look like a nuisance that probably doesn't know what they're doing. So you should be careful of reposting people so often. Yeah, it's good to create mostly original content if you want to go that route, so your page is not crowded or overly crowded with nonsense, and so it can be clear and concise. Just try to keep it professional. Like, I haven't posted anything and I've got 3 recruiters reaching out to me, and my mentor feels like my mentor is she's a recruiter for one of the big fours in America, and she feels that even soon I'll be getting way more, even without me even searching for anything, I'll be getting way more recruiters in my DMs looking for me. So that's basically what I did. And let me go back to the slide. So yeah, I think we covered everything. Relevant skills, recommendations, open to work symbol, connection, featured section. I think there's a featured section. I don't know, because I wasn't thinking about that one. So I don't, oh yeah, I think I saw it previously and I mentioned it. There you can add your accomplishments, things that you've done so far. You can add your, like if you have newsletters, like some people are very, very, very work oriented, and you have all these accomplishments at work. You should always mention your work accomplishments on LinkedIn. You could even create a post concerning that. It could be like you have a work accomplishment that was listed on your work website. You could link you could link that website link to your features page, so that you can see like, oh, this girl is or this person, she's doing really great at her work thing. And also, like, even going forward, like, okay, even after getting a job as a BA, it's advisable that you still keep your open to work, because constantly, the way she said it was constantly interviewing for jobs. First, it builds your interviewing skills, and second, you never know, you could see something that is way bigger than what you have currently. So you shouldn't just like, oh, I already have a job, and zero your mind to LinkedIn and all the things. You just constantly keep it updated, keep it optimized, and keep your resume updated. Also, for the resume part, so this is like my basic resume, like just for me to have. So now let me go find a job. Let me find a role. Business analyst role. Let me just find a business analyst role. Oh man, sorry, those are my kids I thought I was able to contain them, but they're about to let loose. Okay, so let's say this is the role I want to apply for. My resume might not directly work for this particular role. So now I have to go to the role. Let me find the role. Yeah. So I have to go to the role. I have to read the job description, business analyst 1, offers an exciting opportunity to offer blah 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 blah. So now see, they have basic SQL query skills. Let's say that I didn't even put in the SQL skills. I could just come and tailor my resume to this job application. One thing that I did at some point, I kind of applied for, I think I applied for about 2 jobs, and I was trying to test waters and I had time. So I copied this. I copied the entire job description. Not everything, because everything is not relevant. Okay, no, let me see what's relevant. No. Okay, so I copied from here. Oh, sorry, are you asking me a question? Okay, so I copied from here, which is relevant to like what I'm looking for. Like, this is what they are looking for. So I copied from here and Control C, and then took it to ChatGPT, which already has my resume. But you have had to have posted your resume. Let's say you want to start looking for a job today, you post your resume first. I think that's the first thing you do, so that you already knows what it's working with. Because sometimes the thing is to act up. Like, it might remember tomorrow without you posting, but it might not remember. So just to be on the safe side. So Control V. So I put in the job description. So I'll tell ChatGPT, using this job description, create a resume for okay, no. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I don't have that prompt thing in my head. So I could say create a resume tailored to this job description. And using my resume I put it above here. So I said sometimes this thing is to act crazy. Okay, maybe it's not acting crazy, but it's never giving me this black screen of a thing. So okay, so this might not work. Another thing that might work would be using this job description. You've posted the job description. Then you can now come and take your, I was a business process analyst, because it didn't give me something that makes sense here. So you copy it and then say it should just do that section. So then it's going to give you a better output. So let me do that myself. Okay, so Control. Okay. So you can say using the job description I posted pasted above. Rewrite this resume, bullet points, highlighting It's in relevant skills and keywords listed in the job description. So okay, so I think you should do something better now. I hope. Okay, yeah, so see now it gave me something better, and also since I asked that it use the keywords, because that's important too. You have to use the keywords listed in the job description so that you can pass the ATS thing. So it gave me something that has the keywords. Oh, this is a pretty much regular business analyst job. So it doesn't have all those heavy keywords. There's some job descriptions that have really heavy keywords. So the keywords have to be shown in your resume. So you can't just say, oh, I want to apply for a job and then use this one and apply for everything. You always have to come back and tailor this to the exact job that you want to apply for, so that it works better for you. So I think this is the point where I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. So this part says, remember, optimizing these elements on your LinkedIn profile can enhance your professional online presence and increase your chance of making a valuable connection and career opportunity. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I have a question.
Okay.
All right, can I go?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, hello everyone. So my question is, if you're currently working somewhere that it's not in line with where you want to apply to, like you're doing a very basic customer service job and you're looking to transition into a professional job. So how can you tailor your resume, your LinkedIn profile to highlight that? Since you said that your LinkedIn profile should be like a prototype of your resume.
Yeah.
And when you're applying for roles like that, must you always put in your LinkedIn profile when you know that that particular current role is not, you don't want that to reflect, even though that's what you're currently doing, and it will be on your resume, just in case they want to contact them and say, okay, this is where you have the basic experience in this new country, that kind of thing. So what's your advice on that? Thank you.
Okay, I understand that.
Anyway, before I start that, well done, you did a very great job. Before I go into my question, you did a fantastic job. Well done for the job done so far. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not really a talking person, so I was having a lot of anxiety before I came here, but thank you for saying that. So so I think for something of that situation, I feel like if you feel like the customer service job is not relevant to the BA career path that you're pursuing, you have two options. Either you completely scrap it from your LinkedIn and your resume. It doesn't matter if your current job is not on your LinkedIn. Like Hills and Tech has given us leverage to use Hills and Tech as our current job. So if I was in that situation, I think I'll just stick with using Hills and Tech, because I had some other jobs that I did, and my mentor was like, she specifically told me that I can't put those ones on there because it doesn't make sense to what I'm trying to look for. So you could, but a customer service job, honestly, you can also package it. That's why I said one of two things. Is one thing that you can completely remove it, and it's another thing that you can package it. Because the only reason why they would call is to check if you worked with that company previously for background checks. And if they call, yeah, they might ask for your previous role. You can find a way of making your customer service role probably sound like a business analyst role. Like the way I turned my test scorer role to sound like a test analyst role, which is vague. Or you can even say analyst. It's very vague. Any kind of profession can be an analyst, or whichever way it is. So I think that's a good way to put it. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you. So does anybody else have a question? So, or does anybody else have anything to add? Because we're all learning. So if anybody else has anything to add or a question. Okay, so I assume that we all got something out of this class, and I'm in the process of creating a template because I don't want to send out my exact one, so it's not exactly replicated, and all of us are having the same resume. It won't even be good for myself or anybody else. So I'll send the template that I create to the Ills and Tech group, and I'll send the slides as well. And I think any other like video that I see online that I feel like will be beneficial that I learned from as well. So yeah, so thank you guys. Handing over to Ills and Tech. Or Ian, do we end the class now, or do I just hand over to you guys? Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize. Oh, sorry. That was. So I'm going to stop the video. Stop the sharing. I'm trying to do that now. I'm not the best at all these things. Okay, stop sharing. Uh-oh. Okay, I think maybe I should end the class now, since Ills and Tech is not here to end it. Oh, right. All right, good night, everybody. Bye.